Hello, Mass Attacks here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at the British Tier 8 Premium Tank Destroyer from the Christmas boxes. It's the GSOR 1008. And as always, before we get into the action, I'll show you my crew and equipment that I've currently got on this tank. Crew on this tank, quite good, all onto the 4th skill. They are from my charioteer. The equipment I use in the special firepower slot is vents. Then I've got improved aiming and coated optics. So let's have a look at it in action. Today I'm playing on Ghost Town. It's an assault mode. I'm the defending team and I've got the 447 matchmaking and I'm top tiered here. So I want to go to a position where I can spot since I'm top tier and get plenty of shots in. I don't really want to sit right at the back camping. I also don't want to get too far forward because I am on the defending team. There's no reason to push forward. Just let the enemy come to you. One of our scouts, our T-52, is pushed aggressively up the hill that I want to defend. It is a dangerous move. If you can see, there's a Lantern C in the city. You might be able to get shots into him. A few of our tanks has pushed up, but he has spotted them. And there's a charioteer. One shot into him. There's the second one into him. Can I finish him off? Yes, he's finished off. Only one shell left. Not sure if to save it yet. Going to try and reposition, get further up this hill. See if I can get a shot in from up here. Oh, a shot into that Lantern C. I think my team's got it covered, so I'm going to go for a full clip reload. So this tank was in the Christmas boxes. It wasn't the main focus, that was the Bizontier. But what I found as of last year as well, I got the E75 TS last year and I did prefer that over the 7032, that double barrel Russian tank. And as the same this year, I think I do prefer this tank more than the Bizontier. I did purchase 100 boxes and only got the Bizontier. I didn't get any other Tier 8 tanks. So I did buy a few more boxes, I think 11 a bit later on, and I did get this and I'm quite happy I did get it. Although at some stage this will end up in the premium shop, so I would have been able to get it anywhere. But I was seeing it in game in battles and I did like the look of the play style and the look of the tank. So I did want to get it as soon as possible. So back to the battle. We basically have lost the north. We've actually lost 5 tanks to the enemy 1 tank, which isn't great. P43 Biz, one shot into him, and there's the second and he's taken out. At the moment the enemy's got full map control. We're pretty much all stuck in one corner, which isn't good. The enemy have won the town pretty much, and they've got the full north of the map. And the enemy artillery, they'll have freedom all on the west of the map where they spawned. So it's not looking great for us. But I've went for a full clip reload, just so I'm prepared if anybody pushes out, maybe through the city. This is quite a good position to be in. I'm in a bush, so I'm hidden. I can get shot up to the hill to my left if needed. If anybody pushes out of the town, I should be able to get shots into them. And then they were pushing down the east side, but it looks like we've put a stop to that. But I could get shots that way as well. So not a bad position to sit in. Until you're spotted, that is. If you get spotted in this position, you could be in big trouble, because it'll take a while to reverse back over the ridge. VK30's pushing our east flank. There's one shot into him. There's a second. He's behind that little hill. Doesn't look like I can get the shot in unless he comes out. Doesn't look like he's coming out. And it looks like he's been taken out. No, he hasn't. There's a 5916 in the middle of the field. Be good to get rid of him. Light tank. I fired one shot. There's the second shot. And my clip is empty, so I need to pull back. But he has been taken out, so that's a good thing. I've been spotted, so now I need to get off this ridge line. And I knew this would happen if I got spotted up here. So I need to get lower into this little valley, because that Leo is pushing. When you're playing an auto-loader, you do need to have a feel-safe place to drop back to, especially when the enemy's got 3 artillery. So this is mine, this little valley. There's an artillery in here supporting us. We are clawing this back a little bit, but we'll all need to be wary of the artillery, because all they need to do is light us up and let the artillery work. So I'm going to try and peek this ridge. There's one artillery, getting a shot into him and taking him out. That was the Hummel. There's the Leo, and managed to take him out. 1 shell left in the magazine, so I've reloaded the full clip. And there's the other 2 artillery. One of them hit us, the other one just tracked us. So I've used my repair kit and my first aid kit, and now I'm going to pull back into the valley. Although I've spotted a T-150, I'm pulling back into the valley, get in cover. The artillery are reloading, but I need to reload before this T-150 gets close to us. With this tank, if you do get caught out in the open, you will end up dying very quickly because the reload is so big on it. But if you just keep in cover till you've reloaded, you can be absolutely devastating, as you're going to see now. T-150, 1 shot into him. I've taken 1 shot. There's the 2nd shot into him. 3rd shot, and finished off. As easy as that. So I'll tell you a little bit about the gun now. It is a 105mm gun you get on this tank. You get 226mm of penetration, which is nice, with 320 alpha damage. This is a 4-shell magazine, but the reload time with my crew and equipment is 42.01 seconds, which is a really long time. And I do have an intra-clip reload of 2 seconds, which is the time it takes to fire each shell. But with my crew and equipment, I've got an aim time of 2.1 seconds and a dispersion of 0.29, which is really good, really accurate. But as you'll know, most British tanks in the game do have a really good gun. So mine was damaged there, so I've repaired my gun, tried to have a peek, didn't spot anything, so I'm just going to push up a little bit, see if anything's pushing at the bottom of the town. See if I can spot them. Maybe it's from the artillery and get some shots in. Seeing a male and a VK30. I've tracked the VK30. I was expecting to take him out in 1 shot, but I managed to take him out in the 2nd shot and get me 3rd and 4th into that Saint male. So now I need to pull back. There is 2 artillery. I'm not messing about reversing. Quickly turn round, and then I'm pushing back into the valley. So now I'll tell you about the armour on this tank. It isn't too bad for a tank destroyer really. On the hull, at the front, you get 98.9mm of armour, then 50.8 on the side, 38.1 on the rear, and then the turret, you do get 152.4mm of armour on the turret, which isn't too bad when you're playing hull down, playing on ridge lines. And what I didn't tell you is you do get 10 degrees of gun depression with this tank. So back to the turret armour. On the side, it's the same as the hull, you get 50.8 on the side, 38.1 on the rear. So now I'm trying to push in. I've got 4 shells loaded in the magazine, a full clip. It is my last clip of standard ammo. So I'm pushing in. There's only 2 minutes left on the game. I want to try and take that Saint male out. There is only a scout after that and 2 artillery. So where's Saint male? He's moved from this location. He's actually pushing into our base. Can't get to him. I'm sure we've got enough tanks to defend the base against that Saint male. So what I want to do is find the artillery, and I know that'll be roughly where they spawned. So on the mobility of this tank, as you can see, it is quite nippy. You do get 60 kilometers an hour going forward, which is really nice, really quick, and 17 in reverse. So I've spotted the GW Tiger P and 2 shells into him, and he's been taken out. So now, where's the M44? I've only got 2 shells left in my magazine, which should be enough to take 1 artillery out, a Tier-6 one. The MT-25's been taken out. So now we're into the last minute of the game. It's the artillery here. I do have coated optics on this tank, so I shouldn't have any trouble spotting the artillery, but it doesn't look like he's in this position. So on the view range, as I says, I do have coated optics, but with my crew and equipment I've only managed to get my view range to 435 metres, which is about 5 metres short of the maximum 440, as you know. But I haven't got situational awareness fully trained up yet, so when I get that up I do expect it to go to the 440, and I have been able to take the coated optics due to not being able to take a gun rammer on an auto loader. So still haven't spotted him. 10 seconds pretty much left. Where is he? Doesn't look like I'm going to find him. Is he in the corner? He might have pushed up onto the top of the hill. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. There he is. Snapshot. I've missed it. I cannot believe it. That was for Radley Walters. Let's have a quick look at the stats. It was a Masters, here's Tanker Award. We've got the Pascucci Medal for destroying 2 enemy artillery. The High Caliber for 5,359 damage. We've got the Tank Sniper, which have got to cause the highest damage per battle at a distance of at least 300 metres. And we've also got the Top Gun for our 7 kills. Top of the tree for XP with a base XP of 1426. Top for damage by a long way. We made 174,000 credits, but that's due to a personal reserve bonus, plus 5,562 XP, that's due to playing a premium vehicle, a personal reserve bonus, and an award for the first victory each day, which was at ×2. I'd like to thank you for watching today's battle. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm quite lucky that on assault mode, if you're the defending team, it doesn't matter if you don't kill all the enemy tanks. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. There's a little icon in the bottom right hand corner, and if you have any feedback, please could you leave it via the thumbs button in the comment section below. Cheers.